Hey, it's Mike Hobbs here, and I actually got a Skype the other day that, it's kind of sad, but I wanted to kind of share it with you, and I hate when this happens in this industry, when someone gives up on their dreams or something happens that, there's a roadblock or there's a barrier in your way, and they stop to, they just decide to stop. I had actually heard a quote the other day. Barriers are meant to be broken through. I mean, they're there to stop the uncommitted. Okay, barriers are there to stop the uncommitted, but the committed can break through those barriers. So here's what this message says, and I'm just going to read it from my Skype here. I'm not showing the Skype actually because I don't want to give out this person's name. But the bottom line is he basically said, hey, I want to cancel my easy money method. When you get a chance, there's no way to do it from the members area, something like that. Well, then I replied back, I'm like, well, easy money method is free. There's really nothing to cancel. They'd have to go through the third-party programs to cancel the programs. And normally I don't really respond back, but I actually know this person, so I was just kind of curious on what's going on. Now, there's barriers that come into our life every now and then, and honestly, in my opinion, a barrier is for the uncommitted. Okay, if someone stops, and a barrier will only block the uncommitted. Anyone who wants to really hit their dreams, hit their goals, they're going to break through those barriers. But anyway, we go on to kind of have a conversation, and let me just read this real quick. He says, I understand it's free, but I just didn't want to, know if you wanted my information in there, something like that, right? So I'm like, all right, so, what's your email? And then I looked it up, and we deleted the account. But then I was just, having a conversation, and I'm like, you guys, you realize that just the training site in Easy Money Method, and I don't know if you guys even know this, is worth probably $2,000 to $5,000. Like, just the training, the step-by-step training that we give people. And what's funny is we actually have someone right now calling our Easy Money Method members, and there's like 75% of the people aren't even going through the training site. It really blows my mind, boggles my mind. But there is literally 2,000, if you were to go buy all that training on your own, you would spend $2,000 plus dollars. Probably even up to $5,000 for just the training that we give. We give it all out. We go all out on that training. But, I'm like, you can apply this to any business. You realize that, right? And then he's basically just goes on to say, well, let's see. I agree there's some good training. How can I say some people like you has what it takes, then there's people like me that don't. Okay, bottom line, and the conversation went to, I, at one point, just so everyone kind of understands, I wasn't always successful. I didn't always have what it takes. I knew I had what it takes. I think we all have what it takes. This statement is really irrelevant. We all have what it takes, because there was a point in my life when, I was 6 months behind on my mortgage. Like, we had a mortgage, and we could not afford the mortgage. And we went 6 months without paying that mortgage. We got a foreclosure notice in the mail. And it was probably the lowest point in my life as far as financially. And that was about, 1 year into my internet marketing career. Now, I was making some money by then, but we were so far in debt that we couldn't afford our own mortgage payment. And it really blew my mind, that people will come in and they'll hit a little barrier and not break through it, because I could have quit at any time. We actually forced us into filing for a bankruptcy. And, I don't tell a lot of people that, but that's the truth. That's the truth. So I had a point in my career where I had a second chance, where I had to start all over with zero credit. Zero credit cards, zero debt, everything like that. I had to start all over. So I could have chose, okay, this industry doesn't work. I'm going to go get a job to make sure that we're going to make this work. No, I even though we were broke, we continued to drive on. We continued to reach our goals. We continued to make it happen, and we did. Okay, there was a couple months this year so far that we earned over $100,000 in our BAM account, which is our partner account. We had a $75,000 month. My personal months are about $20,000 right now, and 20, 30, somewhere around there. So bottom line, guys, is if I wouldn't have broke through that barrier and I just would have conformed to my job or whatever, I would have been there, and I would have been struggling. I wouldn't be home right now doing this video. I wouldn't be helping thousands of people make money online. I wouldn't be with my family on Halloween, you know. I mean, who knows? It just could be completely different lifestyle if I wouldn't have broke through that barrier. And this person went to, and then he was like, oh wow, you know, he in his life right now, he doesn't have a job, and he doesn't have a job, and he's behind on his rent for this month. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I'm like, okay, well, why would you give up on this business? That's like throwing away an opportunity. If you really think about it, I don't know about you, but Jim Rohn has said that you can work part-time on your business, work full-time on your job in the beginning to pay the bills. So go get a job, work full-time at the job, and work part-time on your fortune. That's our business. Don't give up on the fortune. Let's say you're at a temporary setback. You can go get a job to pay the rent, but then focus part-time on your business. Don't give up on the business, because here's the problem. If you have one income stream, a job, they can delete, I mean, they can lay you off, fire you at any time. If you have one income stream online, just look at some of those bigger companies right now, bigger MLMs. They laid people off, and I know it's not laid off, but they cut people's distributorships because they're promoting multiple programs. You never know what's going to happen. You gotta diversify your income. You gotta have more than one income, and more importantly, you can't give up on your dreams. You can't. You need to make a decision right now that you're going to make this work, no matter what. If you're 6 months behind on your mortgage, if you go into bankruptcy, yes, go get a job, get some money coming in to support your family, but work part-time on your business. Especially if you have a free business like we offer, where you get all the training you need for free, and then it's very, very, very little cost to do the business. You got to do it. You can't stop. So anyway, my friends, that's the message today. You know, never give up on your dreams. Okay, never give up on your dreams. Break through those barriers and make it happen. So if you want to find out more about our prosperity team, find out below. Let me know what you think in the comments section as well. So with that, make it a great day. See you guys tomorrow.